Itu kan. And, so, but are connectors that join two words, phrases, or clauses. And then because is an adverb and it is also a connector, each word has a different meaning. For example, my cat was hungry, he was thirsty. And then with these two phrases, we can join them. For example, a phrase is a group of words. Hungry and thirsty is a phrase. Tapi apa bedanya phrase dengan clauses? Do you know the differences between phrase and clause? What does make a phrase is different with clause?
Two words combined into one. Clause is two words combined into one.
Two words without no meaning. So, for example, clause has, if we talk about clause, it means in clause we have subject and verb or predicate. That's clause. Even though in clause we have dua kata doang. Either benar. So two words, either is the adjective, noun, or verb, and then the other one, clause, it's about predicate and subject. Yes, and you're gonna learn about clauses and phrases, I think, in the structure too, because I remember when I thought about structure too, we talk about clauses and stuff. So you're gonna learn this one. Yeah, you have structure too this semester, right? Uh-huh. Iya, benar. Iya, benar. Dan klausa itu dia punya klausa itu apa tuh namanya? Subjek dan predikat itu klausa, ya. Meskipun klausa itu ada independent, ada dependent clause. Tapi mereka punya klausa, punya apa tuh subjek dan predikat. Yes, benar. Benar sekali. Okay, let's move on. Let's see the contoh latihan di sini. Ada contohnya, Herman was tired, he was hungry, and then they combine the sentence with Herman was tired and hungry because it's the same person, right? And then let's see number 1, Samuel was tired, he was hungry, and then how can we combine the sentence? Yes, Samuel was tired and hungry. So we use and as a connector to this sentence, right? And then how about number 2? Thai was late to class. He slept too long. Yeah, it's because. Right, it's because. And then number 3, Amira is very busy. It's hard for her to study. Amira is very busy, so it's hard for her to study. And then number 4, Yan listens carefully. She doesn't hear each word clearly. You sure? Yan listens carefully. She doesn't hear each word clearly. Jadi dia mendengarkan sangat carefully karena dia tidak bisa mendengar sangat jelas, right? So this is how it works. The sentence. Oh, let's finish this one. It's until 6. The students are taking a break. The students are drinking tea. The students are taking a break and drinking tea. All right. Number 4. How to read this one? Chin speaks Vietnamese. She doesn't speak Spanish. She speaks Spanish, but she doesn't. You sure it's but or and? No. Do you think Vietnamese and Spanish are contradiction? I mean like contrast? Karena kalau kita menghubungkan dengan but itu berarti ada dua sentence yang sangat contrast. Sementara Vietnamese and Spanish is not like contrast to each other. So if someone speaks Vietnamese and then she doesn't speak Spanish, I think it should be like, for example, I don't speak Vietnamese, but I speak Spanish.
You said but two things comparison.
All right, all right. Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Or I speak Vietnamese and don't speak Spanish.
Let the object.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Comparison.
All right. So the most the most correct one is but atau an. But so Kian speaks Spanish but don't speak Spanish, right? And then let's see. Yes. So sebenarnya ada kunci jawabannya di sini. But saya juga baru tahu. Aku juga baru tahu. Alright, so let's see. The second one. Ada juga kunci jawabannya di sini. Where did the boys put up their tent? What did they cook? And what did they cook? And then contoh latihan kedua, sekarang perhatikan teks berikut dan kemudian jawablah pertanyaan-pertanyaan. Jangan lupa gunakan connectors yang bertanda kurung untuk menggabungkan kedua jawaban menjadi satu jawaban yang utuh. Still 3.33. 3233. So, jawablah pertanyaan-pertanyaan berikut. Anda sebaiknya tidak melihat kunci jawabannya terlebih dahulu, tapi sudah terlihat ya. How if we just jump to the exercise, right? To exercise, let's see. Number 1. Whom did a detective watch in a larger store on Monday? Who did shopping made easy? Yes. Oh, shit. Whom did a detective watch in a large store on Monday? A well-dressed woman? You sure? Are you sure? Yes. So it's a well-dressed. Yes, a well-dressed. How to answer this question like in a good way? A well-dressed. Whom did the detective watch in a large store on Monday? And then where is the answer for this one? A detective recently watched a well-dressed woman who always went into a large store on Monday morning. So a detective watched a well-dressed woman. Yes, women. And then number 2, what did she buy? Did she choose an expensive dress or not? Then how did we answer this one? She bought a few small she she bought where is that? Yes, right. So she bought a few small articles and then the most expensive dresses, right? She chose an expensive dress. Right. Number three, did the assistants read it up for her or not? Did the women take it with her or not?
Happy, then the woman who needs to pass and walk out before the paying was.
So did the assistant read it up? And then how we answer this one? The assistant read it up for her, and the women,
Took it right.
yes, and then the women took it with her right away. Pencuri dia ya. Number four. Number four. Did she pay for it or not? Did the detective arrest her or not? She did not pay, so the detective arrested her. Alright, kita menggunakan so ya, karena di sini dia ada bracket. And then who was the assistant? The shop assistant was, oh my god, her daughter. How can you do that to your daughter? Alright, and then number six. What did she give her mother once a week? She gave her mother a free dress once a week. Alright, good. We're almost there. We almost finished this class. Alright, let's see the next one. Out of the darkness. Can you see that? Out of the darkness? Oh, you don't have. Okay, sorry. So let's move on to the food and talk. Food and talk. Number one, where did the writer sit at the dinner party? Latihan 4, exercise 4. Last week at the dinner party, where did the writer sit the dinner party?
Next to the letters, next to the
So the writer sat next to. Last week at the dinner party, the hostess asked me to sit next to. Ask me. So me here is the author or the writer of this one. So ask me to sit next to Mrs. Rumble. So the writer. So last week, the writer sat next to Mrs. Rumble at the dinner party, right? So don't forget about this one. And then number two, did he try to make conversation or not? Was Mrs. Rumble busy eating or not?
you haven't looked at yeah.
She, she didn't even look up when I took my seat beside. A smiling lady in a tight black dress. Uh-huh, good. So he tried to make conversation, right? He tried to make conversation, but she was
But he was concentrating.
food.
Okay.
Food, right? And we can say like he tried to make conversation, but she was busy eating. She was busy eating. All right. Number 3. Did he talk about the new play at the Globe or not? Did he talk about the holidays or not? So he talked about the new play at the Globe and the holiday also, right?
Yes.
So I hope everyone is following us right now, even though you are not, like talking. I need your participation in my class, so at the end of the class, I know how to, you know. Right, number 4. Did she answer his question briefly or not? Mm-hmm. She did, right? She answered his question briefly. Alright, number 5. Did he ask her if she was enjoying her dinner or not? What did she answer? Did he ask her if she was enjoying her dinner or not? Mm-hmm. And then how to answer this one? Mhm. Okay, so in this for the answer of this question we have then blah 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 and then how can we make into a sentence? Mm-hmm. But mm-hmm. So he asked her if she was enjoying her dinner, and then she answered it because here we need the word then first, and then we can say like, then he asked, and then we can say this one karena kita akan buat ke kalimat kan. We can say that and then he asked her if she was enjoying her dinner, and she answered it. All right. And then, okay, we finished this one. All right, let's see the last one. Do you call that a hat? Let's see this one. But number one is, lihat jari saya duduk. Was the writer's wife trying on a hat or not? Did he like it or not? Yeah, yeah. So, wait. So since I have some questions here, right? And then you haven't got your book. Yes, you haven't got your book yet. How many exercise I have this one? I want to make this one become your homework, but you need to submit it this week because I'm not sure if you will get your book this week. So how is that? Can you do this as your first homework, and then you can send it to me? Like, so we have latihan 5, and then latihan 6. Oh, we have the I have Oh my god, I have the oh no 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 no. I have the answer. No, no. Saya baru sadar. Di sini ada jawabannya. Nanti lihat-lihat aja ya, karena di sini sudah ada jawabannya. Let's see yang the last one, because the last one we don't have formative test 3. We don't have the answer for this one. All right, how many men tried to steal Mrs. Sterling's handbag? How many men tried to steal? Two men? You sure? Mm-hmm. Yes. So she was taken when she ran through the forest after 2 men. So 2 men were trying to. Yes. They had rushed up to her while she was having a picnic at the edge of a forest with her children and tried to steal her handbag. So there were 2 men. There were 2 men that were trying to steal her handbag. All right, number 2. What was she doing at that time? No, what was she doing at the? Yeah, sh- yeah, she had a picnic with her children at that time. Okay, number 3. Did they take the bag after a struggle or not? Where did they run? Did they try? So in the struggle, the strap broke, and with the bag in their possession, both men started running through the trees. So after the struggle, and then and they ran they ran through the trees. All right. Number four, did she run after them or not? Did she run after them? Yes, she ran after that, and when she caught up with them, she saw that they had sat down and were going through the contents of the bag. So she caught up. She caught them? Mm-hmm. Alright, good. Number five. Had the men sat down or not? Yes, right? They said she showed them they had sat down. And what were they doing? We're going through the contents of the bag, so she ran straight at them. So the men sat down where and they were they were going through the bag, right? The content of the bag. Okay, the last one. What did Mrs. Sterling do? What did they do? What did Mrs. Sterling do and what did they do? So Mrs. Sterling, yes, and then what did they do? Yep. Which one is that one? The men got such a fright that they dropped the bag and ran away. So at the end, they ran away, right? So yeah, that's how we um that's how that's how we do reading for detailed information. And then what should we concern about when we want to see or we want to search for detailed information? And then we look for vocabularies that lead us to detailed information, and then we also look for the sign, or how do we call that, the penanda bacaan. Or other than that, we also learned today about the some connectors, which is so, and then so, and, but, and because. So far, do you guys understand what we are learning today? Yes, right? So I hope for next class everyone can participate in my classroom so we can learn together. So yeah, that's for the class for tonight. Yes, Mbak. Do you guys have any questions? Tugasnya nanti saya tugasnya nanti saya kirimkan lagi aja ke grup. Jangan, jangan. Alright. So thank you for tonight. I'll see you next week in our classroom. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night.